Any other questions?
Bármilyen más kérdés? I'd like to ask Mr. Kentmeshe that you coming from a country that has experienced the apartheid, what do you think of the claims that Israel is an apartheid system?
Wow. People make such statements, I believe they are exposing their ignorance. Because anybody that has knowledge about what apartheid is cannot make such a ridiculous statement. There has been very painful discrimination in our country in different areas that is not experienced by Palestinians. And I also think that the people who make such statements minimize the pain of those who suffered under apartheid. Because if South Africans, black people like myself, were having the rights that the Palestinians are having today, then there would not have been an armed struggle in South Africa. The fact that they can move, they have freedom of movement without being arrested, it's something that we did not experience as South African black people. One surprising example I would give is that as a black person moving from a residential place made for black people to another residential place for black people, I needed permission. I could not move into a different city, not where the white people are, but where the black people live. I could not go there without permission. So to move from one county to the other, to move from one district to the other, I always needed permission. To talk about going to a wide area was even worse. You would have to give reasons why you want to go there. So there was no freedom of movement. You look at the issue of transportation, black people had their own buses, and white people had their own buses. Something that I have not seen in Jerusalem or in Israel. You go for medical attention, whether you go to a hospital or to a clinic in South Africa, there were clinics that were just there for white people. And if I had to I needed help and I had to see a doctor, a white doctor that would be kind enough to look at my case, there would have to be a side room or a storeroom where he could treat me. But he could not go. I could not go where the white people are going. So some of these experiences the Palestinians are not experiencing because they have the liberty to go to any medical institution they want in the country. So those who are saying Israel is an apartheid state don't know what apartheid really is. Maybe I must give two last examples of privileges that we did not have as black South Africans. We did not have the right to vote. We started voting only in 1994. And because of it, we had no representation in Parliament. We had no say about what was happening in Parliament. We had no judge, a black judge. A white criminal or a white person who's accused of a crime could never appear before a black judge because we didn't have them. What was surprising to me was to hear yesterday that the former president of Israel appeared before an Arab judge. This would be unheard of in the South African context when we talk about apartheid. A white person would never have a black person as a teacher, as a lawyer, and as a judge. But in Palestine, in Israel, it is happening. So when I'm not upset, I would say when people talk about Israel being an apartheid state, they don't know what they're talking about. But when I'm upset, I say they're talking nonsense.